Hey YouTube, this isn't Sam from Team Toxin Ego, and what I'm going to be doing here is a little casual deck profile. The deck I'm going to be, explaining is pure Bujins. It's not a deck that really stands a chance in competitive anymore, from what I believe. No one's really playing it in competitive, but it served me well when I first started playing the game. I played it for a long time. I really liked it, and then when the meta got a little bit, I guess, stronger, I mixed it up a little bit. But it's not something I main anymore. But it's still one of my favorite decks. So I feel like it's very well rounded. It can handle almost anything that's thrown at it for a while. Um, so yeah, I'd like to get into that right now. So I'll start off with monsters. What you're gonna have is okay, monsters. Gonna need three Bujin Yamato. Can you see that? Okay. Three Bujin Yamato. Basically, he is the core of the deck. Until you get your Susano, he's making everything run. He's the core of the deck. Most important card on the deck. You always want to open a Yamato, because he's making all the plays happen until you have the ability to get your Susano. And even then, he's still making plays happen because he's sending things to hand and grave simultaneously. So he makes all your plays happen. Next to that is I run triple Mikazuchi. Mikazuchi is another Beast Warrior type monster for the deck. He is he's sort of like Plan B. If your Yamato gets destroyed and you have him in your hand, he's a free special summon to ensure that you still have the ability to play a lot of your card effects that are going to be in graveyard or in hand. Um, so yeah, the triple Mikazuchi, he's really important to the deck next to Yamato. And if you phone went off. And if you have Mikazuchi on field while you activate Yamato's effect, you can search out a Bujin spell or trap. So next we have triple Crane. It's a hand trap. You know, send this from your hand to the graveyard. Double the attack of one of your Bujin Beast Warrior monsters. So the only Beast Warrior monsters I play in the deck that are Bujins are the triple Yamato and the triple Mikazuchi, and I'll explain why later. But basically, you have the ability to turn your Yamato into 3600 attack or your Mikazuchi into 3800 attack, and then and higher if you have something like Fire Formation Tinky. Next, I play double turtle. This was triple turtle, but I side another turtle, but I run double turtle. Basically, he's 1700 beat stick, and when he's in grave, um, if one of your beast warrior monsters will be targeted, you can banish him to negate that target. So it stops targeting effects on beast warrior monsters, which is pretty good. Double hair, basically similar to turtle, 1700 attack, and in grave, if your beast warrior monster would be destroyed, he stops the destruction effect of that. So pretty good. You know, he saves your beast warriors lives, and you really want him, because you don't want your beast warriors dying. Actually, could I do that? Could I zoom in? I guess not. Okay, well then I do double centipede. Basically, centipede, he pops a spell or trap on the field. Some people are against him. Some people play him. I personally play him, as you can see. And this is one of my favorite cards. Double Quillin. This was 3 Quillin, but Double Quillin. He basically, you can banish him from grave while you control a Bujin Beast Warrior monster, and he pops a face-up card on the field. So yeah, he's really nice. Next, I'll get into spells. I run 3 Fire Formation Tinky. You kind of have to in any Beast Warrior deck. This is basically the Rhoda of Beast Warrior decks. Let me get the monsters out of the way. Oops. Okay. Triple Tinky. Yeah, then it's a continuous spell that stays on field and gives all your Beast Warrior monsters a 100 attack boost. Double MST, because there are so many things that you have in deck, like that you're gonna have in your graveyard, like turtle and hare, where it can really stop a lot of like back row that would otherwise hurt you. So that's why you only really have to run double MST, and I run centipede as well, which pops the spell or trap. So I feel like I only have to really run double MST, double Kaiser. Um, Maybe I would have ran this at 3 when I was still playing the deck like that, but Kaiser, because you're only going to have, for the most part, when you're setting up, you're only going to have one monster on the field because they don't special summon like that, you know, the archetype. So what Kaiser does, your opponent cannot have more monsters than you unless they already did. So, like, if you go first and you put your Yamato, then you activate Kaiser, they cannot, you know, just swarm the field because you have that Kaiser on field, so they can only put one monster on field. And, you know, there aren't too many monsters that can really stand a chance against a Yamato while you have Crane in hand, because you can drop that Crane if they attack to make him 3600. So, yeah, Kaiser's pretty useful in the deck. Then I run triple Bujin Carnation. This is the comeback card. When you're losing, this can really save your life because um, it basically gets you Susano. It's like a guaranteed Susano. Well, it's not guaranteed, but it's like a free Susano because you get something from your banished pile and you get something from your graveyard. While you control Beast Warrior monsters, you're going to be banishing a lot of the non-Beast Warrior monsters to gain effects. So you're going to have a lot of stuff in your banish, hopefully, and that's like your comeback card. So, I believe that's it for a majority of spells. And now I'll get into the traps. Oh, that didn't work. Okay. No more being cool. Alright. Traps. Double Bujin Regalia the Sword basically lets you recycle some of your banished, or if you were in like some sort of under some circumstance you lost, say, your Yamato or something, you can activate this and it gets you your Yamato from grave to hand. So basically it gets you either something from your banish to grave or something from your grave to hand. So you can recycle your resources if you were to lose them or need them again, or if you know, basically it's kind of like a Winmer card, but not really. It's better for recycling. Double Mirror Force. Staple card, self-explanatory. It's Mirror Force. Clears boards. Double Trap Stun. You know, I feel like, I don't know, I just felt like it was a useful card. You know, go in, no fear, do some damage. So, double Trap Stun. And that's about it for, that's not it for traps, but those are the traps I want to go over. Before I went into singlers and staple, well, yeah, singlers and what's the word for it? Tech cards. Even though I only run one tech card. Oh, I'm sorry, three tech cards. Okay, so yeah, those are the traps. And now on to singulars or tech cards. So one trap hole, one bottomless trap hole because you can only have one. One solemn warning because you can only have one. Compose. Okay, yeah, you can only have one. I think I'm starting to see a pattern here. And Raigeki. So these are all well-known staples. Compulsory evacuation device returns a monster on field to hand. Solemn warning negates the summon of almost any monster for 2,000 life points. Bottomless trap hole. If anything summoned with more than 1,500 attack gets banished. Raigeki clears your opponent's board. And then I run double honest because you can drop this, and when a light monster does battle during either player's turn, you can drop honest, and your light monster gains the attacking monsters or the other monsters' attack. So it essentially increases your attack to the point where you pretty much can't lose. So honest is a very good card in this deck, and all the Bujin monsters are light monsters. And then you have Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Bear. I had a secret rare of these, but I took it out. Basically, this guy, when he inflicts battle damage, you could search a Fire Formation spell card. While you have a Fire Formation spell card, you can send that to grave to pop a monster on field. So basically, while you control your Tinkies, he's free destruction. If you can deal damage, he's a free Tinky, which is a free Beast Warrior Bujin, which you want on field at all times. So that's pretty much why I have those. And I can't scoop. Why can't I scoop? Okay, I look silly. So yeah, that's that's it for the main deck. Um, I'll explain some things afterwards on why I do certain things. As for the extra deck, uh, I might have took some stuff out. Basically, Bujin Susano, he is your boss monster. I have two. You should probably have three. He's your boss monster. Basically, he makes a lot of plays happen. Basically what he does, you detach material from him. So that in itself can already be a play because you're detaching a material, which basically you're sending the Bujin monster to the graveyard. And then once you detach that material, you can add you can add a Bujin monster from your deck to your hand or send it to your graveyard. So some common plays that like you might see with Susano are like, for example, say I had a Mikazuchi and like a Quillen. So say I had that on field and I were to overlay and put in Susano. Basically, I detach my Quillen. That goes to grave. I search my deck for something that I want, a Bujin monster that I want. So maybe I'm like searching and I take a Crane to my hand. Or I can send a Bujin monster to grave. But say I take a Crane to my hand. So I can now turn his 2400 into 4800, deal some massive damage. And I can pop a monster on field also, or a face-up card on field by banishing Quillen. So he's Quillen, that combo right there, it's like reassurance. So Susano, he's really a great playmaker for the deck, and you kind of have to have him as a boss monster because he's such a good playmaker. Then I have number 58, Burner Visor, which basically for 2 more level 4s, I can equip him to another XZ, and that XZ can attack directly, so I can equip Burn Visor to Susano, attack directly for 24. And then Bujinki Amaterasu, basically, you can target one of your banished level 4 monsters, special summon that target, or on your opponent's turn, you can target one of your banished level 4 monsters, add that to hand. I never really use this card much, but it's a well-known staple in a lot of other level 4 decks. I never used it much, but essentially that's my casual Bujin deck. Hope you guys enjoyed the profile. If you did, be sure to like, subscribe. Feel free to leave your comments. I know there are a lot of people who are adamant Bujin players, so you might have something you want to say. As for why I don't run certain things, oh, maybe I should go into that. Before we, alright, so this is basically me going over some decisions that I made when making the deck. I played the deck for a long time, and I feel like these decisions, well, it's a deck profile, so everything is really opinion. So in my opinion, Turtle at 2 is just fine, to be honest. I side in a third one just in case, because it stops targeting effects. Centipede, some people don't even play Centipede. I feel Centipede at 2 is really good because it's like another MST, and it can pop back row, especially if it's a deck that doesn't play like a whole bunch of back row, and they're just like setting things every now and then. It's really good to have engraved every now and then, just in case you don't have your hares or your turtles, or if you just like get it to grave and you feel that their back row might be something that could really harm you. 2, Bujin Regalia, because to be honest, you don't need it at 3. That's just how I feel. You do not need it at 3. And then something you might have been looking for in the deck, in this extra deck, Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Tiger King. Why I did not show that on the deck? Yes, it's something I play, but I take it in and out because I main deck another Beast Warrior deck. So that's the only reason it wasn't in this profile, is because it was in my other deck and I didn't take it out. But I would put in my extra deck Tiger King. So yeah, once again, like, subscribe. Team Toxin Ego. Thanks for watching.